Good morning kids. Today we will start a new chapter, chapter number 4, temperature zone of the world. Here in page number 26 you can see the pictures of different climate in India. The first picture shows the summer season in the month of June in Uttar Pradesh. Second picture shows the rainy season in the month of August in Mumbai. Third picture shows the winter season in the month of December in Manali in Himachal Pradesh. Now there is a question. Mention one factor that influences the climate of the place you live in. You have to write the answers in your notebook with proper date. Now let us discuss about the weather. Weather is the condition of atmosphere of a place at a particular time. It changes from day to day. It tells the condition of sunshine, rain, snow, wind and temperature of an area at a particular time. For example, the sky might be clear in the morning and cloudy in the evening, or it might be raining in the morning and afternoon it might be bright and sunny. Now let us discuss about the climate. Climate is the weather condition of a place over a long period of time. Climate remains the same for several years and it affects our way of life. For example, Ladakh stays cold for most of the year and has a cold climate. The climate of a place influences the lifestyle of people living there. For example, the clothes they wear, the food they eat, the type of houses they build and the crops they grow. For example, the places which receive heavy rainfall have houses with slope roof that do not let the rain stand on the roof. And the places which receive less rainfall have houses with flat roof so that water can be collected there. So this was about weather and climate. Now let us see the factors affecting the climate of a place. The first point is distance of a place from the equator. You can see here the sun strikes directly over the equator and the places near the equator. It makes that area very hot. Next, while moving towards the pole, you can see the sun rays spreads over a large area, which makes the place less hot. Second factor is altitude of a place. Areas located at higher altitude experience a colder climate. That's why the hill stations are cold even during summers. Third is the direction of winds. Winds blowing from cold region makes the place cold, and winds blowing from the hot region like desert make a place hot. The winds blowing from the sea makes the place very humid. Fourth point is the temperature of a place, the level of humidity in the air of a particular place and the amount of rainfall received in that particular place. Now let us see the fifth point. It is the distance of a place from the sea. Usually the places near the sea have moderate climate. This is because the water gets heated and cooled comparatively slower than the land. Here when warm air over the land rises, it is replaced by the cool air from the sea, and this is known as sea breeze. And when the warm air over the water rises, it is replaced by the cool air from the land, and this is known as land breeze. Sea breezes and land breezes helps in maintaining the moderate climate in the coastal region. So, these were the 5 factors affecting the climate of a place. Now, let us discuss the temperature zones. Based on the intensity of the sunlight received by the earth is divided into 3 zones. The first one, the torrid zone or tropical zone. Second, the temperature zone. Third, the frigid zone or the polar zone. Now, this is the picture of earth. We know that equator divides the earth into 2 equal hemispheres. The hemisphere above the equator is known as the northern hemisphere, and the hemisphere below the equator is known as the southern hemisphere. Here you can see the region in the northern hemisphere, that is the region between equator and Tropic of Cancer, is known as the North Tropical Zone or North Torrid Zone. It is usually hot, humid and wet. In the northern hemisphere, the area between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle is known as the North Temperature Zone. And the area that is between Arctic Circle and North Pole is known as the North Polar Zone or North Frigid Zone. It is usually cold and always covered with snow and ice. Same way in the southern hemisphere, the area between equator and Tropic of Capricorn is known as the South Tropical Zone or South Torrid Zone. This also have hot, humid and wet climate. Then the area between Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctica Circle is known as the South Temperate Zone. This region is cooler and drier than the Torrid Zone. Then we have the area between Antarctica Circle and South Pole. It is known as South Polar Zone or South Frigid Zone. Usually these areas have cold climate and it is always covered with snow and ice. Now, there is an activity for you. You have to draw the Earth's temperature zones depending on the angles of the sun rays and major latitudes on a chart paper. The figure is given in page number 29. Take a picture and then send it to the school WhatsApp number. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you.